the MCG today, that between Essendon and Fitzroy. Gerard Healy has been watching that one. Gerard, news from the MCG.
All bad, I'm afraid, Sandy. Bad news for Fitzroy was that Essendon kicked 9 goals straight in the last quarter to have a comprehensive victory. Bad news for Essendon was that James Hird was taken to hospital in the third quarter with broken ribs and, unfortunately for him, a suspected punctured lung. And bad news here for myself and the camera crew, because we're sitting under a flock of badly managed seagulls, and it's only by good fortune that we haven't been sprayed. However, the Bombers did spray the goals in the last quarter. Young kicked 4 goals for the match, and an excellent player. You can see some highlights here as Wanganeen will bob up with a mark perhaps and go on and take a goal. But other major goal kickers for Essendon were Hird, who kicked 3, Wanganeen dobbed 2. There you see him running into goal. A pretty good player went forward in the second half of the match and did particularly well. Cummings came on late, spent most of the game on the interchange bench and also kicked 2. And there's Darren Buick, who surprisingly didn't feature all that heavily in the goals, but bobbed up with 1 in the last quarter. And David Kelthorpe, also kicked 2. The Danaher brothers actually put the final nails into the coffin in the last quarter. Anthony Danaher scoring a goal, the first goal of the last quarter from full back, which resulted in Jeff Hogg, the full forward for Fitzroy, spending most of the final quarter on the bench. And there's the final goal of the highlights with James Manson kicking one of Fitzroy's few goals. Major goal scorers for Fitzroy were Manson 2, Baldwin 2 and Hogg 2. And there you see the final scores. Essendon 24-9, 153. Comprehensive victors over the Lions 12-17, 89. My votes, I gave 3 to Paul Salmon, who really has returned to form after a little bit of a spell with injury. He dominated the centre bounces, and that's where Essendon got going from, and he really is back to his best football. Barry Young kicked 4 goals at the half-forward flank, ran around the ground as if he didn't have a man, and did dominate. And David Kelthorpe was a particularly good performer for Essendon through midfield. So all in all, an easy victory to Essendon here. Fitzroy did their best to hang on, but were undergunned at the end of the day.
Right, thank you, Gerard. Just chatting away to yourself there quite happily about votes. Yours are coming up shortly, Don. But an excellent win for Essendon there, and a most exciting win here at the Gabba. The Tigers making a habit of coming from behind.
Yes, and what a last quarter it was. It was up there for grabs, and both teams had a shot at the lead, and